Good morning, everybody. It's Randy Hilarski coming at you from Panama City, Panama. Today I've got your Aurox daily for HEX and Hedron, and I'm also going to show you Bitcoin and Ethereum today because I think it's important to remind people of what's going on in the markets. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so here is HEX, and we're on the daily chart, and that little excitement that we had last week, it didn't last long. We had the sell, and then there was that big buy order that came in, and it put us back green for that day. Then the next day it went back red. I was hoping it would continue green, but it didn't happen. That's a bummer. Doesn't usually happen like that, but that was kind of, I think that big buy order was kind of a fluke. I think it was $1.6 million worth of HEX was bought, and they put us back in the green. But we do have some interesting on the fence kind of news today. Here's this triangle that this flag that we've been building now since the all-time high, or the high from Pulse sacrifice, right around 36 cents. Sorry about that. We have just crossed over it, just getting over. And if we could punch through that, I think that we have to get up here next. Our next little resistance would be around 26 cents. But right now, our resistance is at 15.7 approximately. And this line, as you can see, Aurox, I put the blue there, but Aurox lines has red there, red there, red there. So it's definitely a resistance for us that we have to bust through. And we're right on the edge of it, right on the edge. But it wouldn't take much for us to come back down and bring us back down to 11 cents. All right. So just be warned that until HEX proves us wrong and gets above 16 cents and stays there, she could dip again. All right. Our support level there is at, first one's at 12. Our major one is at 11, 10.87, something like that. All right. So HEX is looking good, but she needs to prove me right that I think that we've turned around and we're heading up. Now, the MACD is still looking good. The DI, or the demand index, is still looking pretty ugly in my opinion, because look, the volume is nothing. Nothing's happening. Where'd the volume go? Totally bizarre. I mean, we had all this volume here, and then boom, nothing's happening. No one's selling, no one's buying. It's just a weird change of events. All right. So that's HEX on the daily. Let's see what's going on the weekly. See, we got that buy on the weekly. So here's the triangle. And like I said, we have just popped through it. That's really cool. That's cool. That is great to see. But we need to get a little bit more than that to feel comfortable here. All right. DI is still below zero on this as well. MACD, well, we're close to crossing over. Maybe in 2 days we'll have crossed over if the trend continues. And let's go to the monthly. Remember, the Aurox indicator gets better the longer term you go out. So we still have the sell indicator on the monthly, but we are through the triangle on the monthly. We're on the other side of it. So that's good. And the DI is above zero. There's not enough information here in the monthly, but it's growing. We're building it. Okay. That's why I don't use it I don't show it to you guys regularly, because it's just there's not that much information. Let's go over to Hedron. So Hedron, I don't want the 3 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. That's what we've been using. We've got the sell on the 4 hour going back 16 hours. Looks like someone came in and did a large buy order a day ago, 24 hours ago, and they bought all the way up to 4065. Oops. And then it came right back down. And the MACD, we needed to cross back over. The DI is still sitting above zero, so that's good and healthily above 0. Let's keep that up. That looks really good. Now let's change it to the daily. The daily, we have a buy. All right. We got that nice little buy signal. So right now we're sitting at 5 zeros, 30492. So sirens looking pretty good for our friend Hedron. All right, so let's show our good old pal Bitcoin here. This is the monthly chart. And there's one cool thing about Aurox. If someone was a trader and they wanted to do well with Bitcoin trades, it will behoove them to use the monthly chart and maybe trade once, twice a year. Make a trade once, twice a year, and that's it. That's what my friends at Aurox told me a long time ago. Use this chart, and you're all set with Bitcoin trading. Okay. Look, we have a sell signal. We have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago, and we still haven't recovered yet. We still don't have a green again. If another green shows up, get ready. Bitcoin will probably do a nice move, and it'll pull up the rest of the market. The reason why I'm showing you guys Bitcoin and Ethereum is no matter what everyone thinks about HEX, we are still correlated with the rest of the market. Maybe it's only 10%. Maybe it's only 20% correlation. I don't care. If Bitcoin does a 50% move or a 30% move, something like that, it's going to pull up the whole market, including HEX. So be prepared for it. We're looking pretty close. I think the Aurox indicator could go green any day. All right. Same thing with ETH. Look how correlated they are. They're almost identical. And I think ETH could go green even sooner than Bitcoin could, because ETH has been super bullish lately. And but look again, look, the volume, same as HEX. I mean, the volume is nothing right now compared to what it is in when we're ramping up into a bull market. Weird. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. I think that it's an interesting start to a week. Things are kind of quiet. So we know with the HEX and Hedron markets that because we're waiting on Pulse Chain, everyone is just in this hover mode, wondering what's going to happen next. And I feel it too. I'm sacked out. I'm tired of sacking. I sacked for Pulse Chain, PulseX, Liquid Loans, Mintra, and Power City. So kind of tired of it, right? And then I also invested in Pulse Doge, pretty big. So can we get this going, Richard, please? Please. I'm leaving to Europe pretty soon. I'd like to get everything set up before I leave, so I don't have to take my stuff with me. Appreciate it. Thank you. Really, seriously. All right. Cheers, everybody.